During the rainy season, the waters rise, flooding the basin. Forests, which were dry, fill with water as the rivers claim a broad empire. The dark confines of the rivers and lagoons give way to a spectral forest. For the piranha, the lean, hungry days of the dry season give way to plenty as they range through the deadfall in search of prey. Like a tide, however, the waters gradually ebb. While most piranha return to the river channels, many get trapped in shallow pools where they become easy prey for the hundreds of species of birds that live here. Some piranha, however, get locked in deeper lagoons that can retain enough water to keep them alive until the rain returns. But their reprieve may be short-lived, because now they confront a slow death by starvation. In the early months of their quarantine, piranha prey upon the food fishes in their pools. Gradually, they exhaust their supply, and the competition for food increases. Soon, only the piranhas will be left, and they will turn into cannibals, devouring each other at the slightest sign of weakness. And whenever opportunity presents itself, as it does with this dead hawk, the piranhas surge to feed. The Amazon is a land of balances, bright and dark, hunger and famine, life and death. The misfortune of one is the fortune of another. There is no evil here, only good. That which seems cruel or savage is simply an efficient form of beauty without which there can be no hope for balance. Every design for life is sharply drawn in the Amazon. Purpose is singular, to continue the species. It has taken nature eons to design a complex system of interdependency, wherein every plant and animal not only lives for itself, but also for the entire community of life. So it is with the piranha. It doesn't exist solely for its own sake. It lives because it plays an essential role in the health of the Amazon. Like the wolf, the piranha is a predator at the top of the food chain. And like the wolf, it rarely preys upon healthy, strong animals. While the piranha is a predator, it is also a scavenger and feeds extensively off the carcasses of dead animals. In the larger scheme of things, the piranha's job is to keep the river clean of detritus, much in the same way that vultures and hyenas keep the savannas clean. Piranha cull out the weak, the sick, and the dead, thus maintaining the health of the river. And yet you don't have to go far on any river of the Amazon to hear chilling stories of piranha attacks on healthy people. Sebastião Aluez is the malaria control officer in the hamlet of Barcelos on the Rio Negro in northern Brazil. As a child, he was savagely attacked by a swarm of piranha. He remembers as a boy watching his father gut a jungle pig on the riverbank.
Eu sou nascido e criado aqui no Rio Negro, município de Barcelos, né? E com idade de 3 anos, meu pai caçando, ele caçava, pescava.
Without thinking, he jumped into the water, which was teeming with piranha that had been attracted by the scent of the pig's blood and entrails. The piranha attacked his mouth the moment he entered the water, and even though his father pulled him out within seconds, he would be heavily scarred for life. But incidents like these are isolated, for the people of the Amazon have learned not to swim with an open wound and to avoid cleaning fish or game in the water where they bathe. They've learned to be cautious, to literally look before they leap. Northwest of Barcelos, across the border in Venezuela, lies the expansive savannas called the Llanos. At a distance, the Llanos appears flat and featureless, but it is a land of illusions, where water plants suddenly burst into flight, a land of intense beauty and magic. The struggle for life here is as intense as it is in the rainforest to the south. The lush green of the wet season has given way to the parched colors of unbroken heat. A dry sea of high grasses extends for 250,000 square miles from the Andes to the west and the Orinoco River to the east. March is the height of the dry season. In this massive dust bowl lie a few isolated pools of water. They are the fading remnants of the flood season, and like magnets, they draw life to them. The drabness of the Llanos explodes into brilliant color as scarlet ibis, white herons, and pink spoonbills plumb the shorelines for food. This lagoon is full of trapped piranhas. These piranhas are the most aggressive of all the species. The Venezuelans call them Caribes, named after a tribe of cannibalistic Indians that once lived on the Caribbean coast. The Caribe is one of 2 red-bellied species of meat-eating piranhas. It's a brilliantly engineered fish. Compact and muscular, the piranha's distinctive head shape allows for it to thrust its short, powerful jaws forward on the attack. The piranha's teeth are precisely occluded and so sharp that Indian weavers once used the jaws as scissors. These Caribe have exhausted their food supply, and there's nothing left for them to do except wait for the rains. Above this endgame struggle for survival, from dawn until dusk, the relentless sun continues to burn off water. Every day, the shoreline loses precious inches. If the rains don't return soon, the sun will slam close the gates to this death trap. Nearby, other pools have already dried up. The signposts of death are everywhere. As the pool shallows, the heat exhausts the oxygen in the water. The water temperature is rising. Soon the water itself will smother life in the lagoon. There is nowhere for these piranha to swim. For them, relief will not come soon enough, and in 2 days either they'll become a meal for the thousands of birds that feast upon the dying fish, or their bodies will bake in the relentless Amazonian sun. But even as these vultures feast on the luckless piranha, so the balance will tip, and in a few months, those that rule today will come to be ruled.